What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I created a lead generation business and got a client, started selling leads, and made a profit in just a few days. Now, this is a replay from one of our pro courses that you can only access in Leadbase Pro, but I'm making it available to you here on YouTube. So again, you can watch me in this video, set up an entire business and generate leads and sell them. And you'll actually be able to see the sales calls where I close clients here. It's just a little example of what you can do. And I did this. It maybe took me a couple hours to set all this up and close a client. So imagine what you could do if you actually put some time into the kind of tactics that I'm showing you in this video. And if you want more like this video, I'm actually taking one of our other best pro courses and be putting that in Leadbase free in the coming weeks here. It's our old bootcamp course and be chopping it up and putting the best parts into free. So you can access that by joining the link in the description. And if you want more, as always, you can join Leadbase Pro, where you get access to multiple weekly calls and a comprehensive course that shows you how to generate leads and sell them for a profit. It's only $10,000. Just kidding. It's $99 a month and you can cancel anytime. It's like the biggest no-brainer ever. All right, check it out. Watch me build a business, sell some leads. Here we go. What's up, guys? So this is our first attempt at speed running a brand, really just setting things up quickly and hopefully being able to show you guys how it's done. So we started with life insurance here. We did test a few other things, but we started with life insurance mainly. We set up a brand, we ran ads, we got a client, we delivered orders, we made some profit. And so that's what you're gonna see throughout these next videos. We think we're gonna be doing this again. We think this could have been done better, and we're just learning how to kind of film something over time like this, over several weeks. So hopefully there's still lots of valuable content here, and there is sales calls, there is profit and loss orders, there is our ads that we set up to get clients, all that stuff. And we did, like I said, make some money, make some profit, and take some orders in. So we're gonna be doing more things like this, but hopefully you find it helpful. Hopefully you enjoy following along on the journey. Like I said, it was a bit of a learning experience for us on just how to film this and how to record this. But I think we still did a pretty good job. We had myself, Ryan B, and Tato working on this throughout the months. And I think without me getting interrupted with a second child coming in, I could have closed some more deals here. But you're going to see how this all went. And guys, if you have any feedback or other niches you want us to try, let us know in the school. But without further ado, I'll hop off and let you watch these videos. You can see how it all went. So appreciate you guys. Enjoy. What's up, Bootcamp? Big Papa Leads here. Very excited to show you guys this today. It is just the start of 2025 here, and the other Ryan B, and I were chatting about how we could really just up our game in Leadbase, especially in the bootcamp. We wanted to kind of give you guys a behind the scenes look at what we're doing. We kind of tried this in the past and never really stuck with it. So the goal of this video is to intro to you guys our new brand, Money Saving Scout, and talk to you a bit about what we're going to be doing with this brand over the coming months. So without further ado, here's our new website, Money Saving Scout. We are going to be letting you guys in behind the scenes as we build this out. We're going to be updating you on, again, how we built this website. You'll be seeing everything that went into building this brand. You'll be seeing how we set up Facebook ads, run Facebook ads, get clients. We're going to be using a bunch of different new methods to acquire those clients. And we're going to update you guys along the way and show you every single dollar that we've spent on this brand over this year. So, we don't really have a goal in terms of revenue, but our goal is really to just make this a functioning brand, to show you guys how easy it can be. And we're going to be working with our assistant, Sergio. He goes by Tato. He's a guy who helps us with a lot of our lead gen stuff. And we're going to be essentially working with him and teaching him how to run this brand, just to show you that, we can teach you as well. So that's the goal for Money Saving Scout. And you might be asking, why Money Saving Scout? So in 2025, there's a lot of regulations, there's a lot of rules, and if you've watched our stuff, you might have seen that we go pretty niche specific with our brand, such as Insurance Ian. With all the new regulations in place, we wanted to think about building a brand that could really build a lot of equity in a lot of different niches. So we went with something very general that we could build authority with over time. We could go into home services, we could go into financial, we can go into any niche with this brand. We only need to register for one, in theory, one text messaging phone number, one GHL account with some sub accounts, one corporation in Canada, but an LLC in the States. We don't have to register one business instead of registering all these businesses. So because of all this red tape that they've put up, that is why that we decided to go with a more general brand. So again, you guys will be getting updates on this brand as we go through it. I'm hoping to have some updates, in January, right off the bat, as we put a lot of work into building this out. We're going to be, again, recording all this. Tato's going to be recording things, and you'll see his face soon as he sets up some of the stuff in our Facebook ad account. And yeah, we're really excited for the potential of this, guys. So that's really all I wanted to let you guys know about in this video. We're hoping this can really be a good conversation starter. Again, tons of stuff that we can teach you guys with this. We're going to be running a pretty comprehensive quiz, and we're going to be using Go High Level for everything with this, because we know a lot of you guys use Go High Level. We put a poll out in the free. We know that a lot of people are using Go High Level. It is the jack of all trades. But what we've done is built some custom quizzes on Go High Level so that it can at least somewhat compete with Unbounce and Leadtook, the combination that we usually use. We've set up some pretty extensive quizzes here on some of the niches that we might be going into. Roofing is potentially going to be one of them. Is it going to work? So we have this roofing quiz. Let's get started. So we've kind of built this custom quiz out. So we're going to be using Go High Level to generate and deliver the leads. We'll probably still just use Go High Level to deliver the leads, to make it kind of as simple and seamless as possible for you guys. And then, like I said, we'll also be showing you the client acquisition side. We're going to be using cold email, Facebook ads, and text messages to acquire clients. So we're going to try and show you a multifaceted approach to client acquisition. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. We're really excited to include this in the bootcamp. We don't really think anyone else is doing this, and we want to show you guys that the concept that we talk about weren't used, several years ago and don't work now. They're the concepts that we use in our everyday business with our current clients. And so from scratch this year, we're going to be starting this new brand. We're going to let you guys in on everything. You're going to see the sales calls. You're going to see the ads. You're going to see the spend. It's all going to be front and center. So you'll also see the times that we fail and have to pivot. And hopefully that can encourage you guys as well, because it's never as easy as just throwing some ads up and getting a client and boom, we made $100,000. There's the crossing of the chasm, the hardships that you have to get through. And I'm excited to also show you guys that. So again, looking forward to this series, guys. Let me know if you have any questions about it, and we'll see you in the next video. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but stay tuned.
Hey guys, Tato here. Apologize for not having my camera on, but for some reason Loom is not recording my camera. But anyways, it's not my face what you want to see, right? So today, all that I'm doing is just pretty much setting up likes campaign, just to get more Facebook page likes, right? But at the end, the main idea of the video is for you guys to notice that you don't have to overthink it. I know this all looks intimidating at the beginning, right? Because I got you guys. Like, I'm also a beginner, right? And I do feel intimidated by this at the beginning, right? But yeah, just don't overthink it and just take action. And at the end, you will figure it out, okay? So by the way, this is in Spanish, but everything is pretty much in the same spot, right? So this is create. You go to create. Then you go to interacción. Interacción is engagement, right? Continuar, continue, right? Then you go. There you go. And now let's give it a name. Like campaign. And then all you have to do is select an objective for the campaign, right? We should be over here, right? So pretty much how you want to optimize it, how you want the ad to be optimized, right? And we want it, of course, to 4 page likes, right? So this is Facebook page, right? And so the conversion will be pretty much the Facebook page. So here it is. When saving Scout, let's do $5 a day, right? And my bad, not this. This will be right. The daily budget will be, as you can see, I'm also a beginner, right? $5 a day. And then what else can we do? Now for the location, I'm gonna go for the Philippines, because at the end we don't care where the traffic is coming from, right? It's just about getting Facebook page likes, right? And yeah, so let's do Philippines. Filipinas. There you go. Now for the targeting, we can do let's do happiness, as Ryan recommends, right? So as Ryan claims, happy people engage with things on Facebook. So let's not overthink it, guys. And this is all that you have to do here. Then let's go for the ad. And here. All right, so now let's add the media. So for the media, we'll add just the quote because at the end, remember, it's just a like that you want for the page, right? And you can't directly tell them to like your page, but you can just get around it, right? So let me show you, for example, what we will do this time. It's you here, picture. Let's go here, continue multimedia. We just go to is this one. It's just like a profound quote, right? As you can see, it's just I was phrased to treat the janitor with the same respect as the CEO. And here we can do second for the text. We can just add this. We can add agree. Let's add an emoji. Where's the happy face? Here you go. And we can also add like a finger to emulate the like. Here you go. Translate it for you to see it. You can see it's like this page, right? And yeah, what else can we do here? Yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see, the whole idea is just for people. It's a little bit clickbaity, as Ryan says, right? But all that you want is likes for your page, right? For you to be seem more legit. And yeah, all we have to do now is publish the ad, and yeah, that's it. See you on another video, guys. Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to share with you the process of getting leads, right? We'll be using this software called Outscraper. It's pretty great and super simple to use, right? So let me just log in, and yeah, you just go here. It's a little bit confusing at the beginning. Sorry, man. I just go here in services. Then you can pretty much scrape everything on the internet, right? So you have Amazon, whatever, right? Facebook, YouTube, GitHub, Google. We want to scrape Google, so let's do Google. Google Maps, maybe. Yeah, let's do Google Maps. Google Maps scraper. Yeah. And then for now, I want insurance leads, right? So we can do insurance agency. Let's set for the whole United States. That's cool. And the maximum, let's set it up for 1,000. If not, it will give you like 10,000, 200,000 people, and you don't want to be paying thousands of dollars yet, right? For this, you don't need any of this. So you can just check it out. Oh, sorry, check it. Let me just double check. And then just go click on get data, confirm your task, and that'll be $1. That's perfect. And we'll just click confirm. Awesome. And then it will be transferred to here, which is perfect. And yeah, that's pretty much it. As you can see, it's super simple to use. So yeah, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment or anything, and we will help you with everything along the way. Okay. I just wanted to show you some examples of posts that we'll just start to build, right? But the main idea overall is for you guys to understand that you don't have to overthink it, right? In this case, I needed only two tools, right? ChatGPT and Canva, right? With those, you're pretty much straightforward to go, right? To be honest with you guys, these are pre-made templates that you can just go ahead and search for them, right? What you can do is just pretty much go to Canva, right? This is in Spanish, but it's pretty much create here, right? And you just go Facebook post, the first one, right? And then you can just let it load and see. I just search for roofing. You can go for any of the templates, right? And pretty much you can just go here and see. Let's say, for example, you want the insurance one. You can just select this one, and you can just pretty much do it the way you want it, right? What I did was I changed it a little bit and I just make it look like this. I added the logo, Money Savings Scout here, and I got the copy, right? The contact info, and I left the image that they had, right? So as you can see, it's pretty much straightforward. And if you ask me how do I get this, right? I use ChatGPT, guys. It's super simple, right? This is the prompt I use. You can make it better, right? I was kind of lazy with this, right? But at the end, you don't have to overthink it. It's just to have some content on your page. But yeah, pretty much this is it, right? Imagine that you're an expert social media manager. Give me 5 post idea for Facebook page for this lead gen agency, and I added the link for of the website, right? Just for context, right? And then I just asked ChatGPT to tailor them for insurance directly, right? All right, so all you have to do now is pretty much go ahead and download it. Here you go here on the right, download. We'll just download the first one, just for the sake of it, right? You download it. We just take like a few seconds. And there you go. Now you can post it on your Facebook profile. And the next step will be super simple, which is pretty much just posting it on Facebook, right? So you can just go ahead and click here. Here it should be on downloads. Here you go. And that's pretty much it. Just go on publish. And there you go, guys. You don't have to overthink everything. That's perfect. As you can see, now we have the post here. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
What's up, guys? Big Papa Leads here. And in today's video, I'm going to set up a client acquisition ad on Facebook to get some clients for Money Saving Scout. So we're going to set up some simple kind of ugly ads today, and then I'll come back to this video in a few days and we'll see what kind of leads we got. So the campaign I'm going to set up today is going to be for appointment booking. So you can do this one of two ways. One is you could set up like a lead form or a landing page and have the in this case I'm going to set up for insurance, so the insurance agent who wants to buy leads come through, fill out your form, and then you can give them a call just like you would any other lead. But in my case, I want them to actually book an appointment with me because I want some somewhat higher quality leads coming in. So let's go ahead and set this up and we'll show you the whole funnel here. Okay, leads, obviously. I'm pretty excited to launch this, guys. So we're going to be running a campaign to get FEX and just kind of general term and whole life insurance agents, mortgage protection as well. I guess we have a financial category. I didn't even think about that. That's the new world. Well, do I have to be in that for this side? Well, I guess we'll find out. We're going to put it anyway. Insurance is now in financial category, if you guys didn't know, and I think if we're targeting agents, it's still going to apply to us. We're going to website here. You know what? I don't think I set up my pixel, so I might set this up and then I'll have to set up my pixel after. I think I'm going to go broad on the targeting here. Start at $50 a day. Not in Canada. We're going United States. Actually, maybe I'll do both. You know what? I'm going to do both. I've done Canada before, so I might as well. Does the United States not exist anymore? United. The heck? Oh, that's why. You got to select the countries. Facebook is so annoying. It's not even funny, guys. Okay, so United States. You notice how I'm kind of skipping over certain things here because they don't really matter. So I don't really care about budget and schedule, especially because I'm doing appointments. I am not going to do dynamic creative. This is a brand new account. So my new kind of philosophy around dynamic creative is use it once you've got proven creatives to be able to load a lot in, but it just hasn't been performing the way that it used to. It's been very wonky. So I'm not going to be using dynamic creative. Let's go broad and ugly. Just like me. Hopefully you guys like that one. Let's look here. Okay, I have an Instagram account, but it's not connecting right now. So if you just have a Facebook page, it'll still run on Instagram, just showing your Facebook page. So I'll do that in a bit. I've also, we'll make another video about this. I bought about 1,000 followers for the Instagram page for like $12, just because I do actually want to do some Instagram outreach to some businesses as some other avenues for client acquisition. So you'll see a video on that as well. We're using a VA for that. I'm going to turn off multi-advertiser ads. I'm going to do manual upload here. Image ad. Guys, I gotta be honest, I really don't like this new interface, so that's just another thing to complain about. So I guess they want you to set up your entire creative inside this, which I guess is fine. It's just, I think it's annoying. So I've got my ads here. I'm gonna do one ad, 3 individual ads here. I'm gonna keep the copy very simple. It's gonna be very focused just on my ugly ads, talking about life insurance agents only pay per qualified and high intent life insurance and FEX lead, no retainers, no commitments, pay as you go, leads are text verified. So I'm going to have a lower price for pay as you go, and then a higher price for pay as you go, and then I'll have some discounts for batch orders that people make. Again, this is just to be very straight to the point and get people interested in what we're offering. Very easy to create these on Fiverr, obviously. Canva. I was just using Fiverr as well. Let me grab the URL here. One sec. Okay. Just check out our lander here quickly. I'm going to change this. Performance-based leads for life insurance and FEX. One-to-one qualified and engaged leads delivered in real time. I've got a little loom here just showing I'm a real human being. I'm not a 15-year-old kid trying to rip people off. I think that's important. And then when they click schedule demo, they can go to my Calendly, and that'll be my lead is booked directly in there. We talk about what we get, why get leads from us, frequently asked questions, just to make this page look nice and legit. Book a demo. Calendly's not showing up yet because I'm making this video a little prematurely, guys. We're going to have a Calendly here, okay? I like to ask a few questions on the Calendly. I'll actually show you the Calendly. Okay, so here's the Calendly. These are the questions I like to ask. First name, last name, email. Obviously, I do allow them to add guests in case they have a partner. Best contact number. How many leads per day could you comfortably handle? Will I be able to look at this? No, it's not going to let me. Show me. 1 to 4, 5 to 10, 11 to 20. 21 plus. I include other if they want a billion. Required. Please share some information on the ideal customer demographic. Hopefully they give me a bit of information on are they looking for FEX? That'll be the next question. What state, what age they're looking for, any other info to share, and what type of lead are you interested in? FEX, term, mortgage protection. And then that's it. That's what this is going to look like. Probably open up my availability a little bit here. But that's what this page is going to do for us. I just want to speak to appointments. This is the way I've always done it, and it does obviously cost more to get these leads. But I don't have to really think about it because they're booking right into my calendar, and I've found the show up rate is very high on these when I've run this in the past. So that's going to be the lander. For the text, I'm going to be using essentially the same text as the ugly ad here. So one sec, I will grab that. Okay, so I've got my text in here. I'm going to, again, keep this very, very simple, guys. You could use some of this Advantage Plus text generation stuff. I hate the word Advantage Plus because it's usually not very good. Tired of paying for low quality leads. I mean, sure. You know what? I've never tried this. I'm literally going to try this. I don't like that call to action. Cool. Why not? Why not, guys? I'm going to spice this one up, though, and put some nice emojis in there. I use Emojipedia to get my emojis. They're certified organic emojis. And let's throw in... Facebook actually has them, too. Boom. But this interface is so bad that they just put it at the bottom, which makes no sense. Then you have to tab your way up here. Boom. Only pay for qualified, high intent, blah, 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 lead. Okay. Headline. Qualified lead, no commitment. Sure. Life insurance leads on demand. Pay per qualified life insurance lead. No retainers, just pay per lead. I like all those, actually. Hey, you know what? Good job, Facebook. Crop. We're good. Enhancements. No thanks. Done. All right. So we've got our ad. Number 1. Got a couple extras in there. We got that. Got text translation. I don't know what that is. There's so many new options that these guys unravel that aren't helpful. I don't want any extras here, and my link looks good. Let's just take a quick look at the targeting here. So Canada, US. I always like to double check this in case they turn something weird on. So I'm actually going to do this broad. I'm going to try broad, and then I might also try an ad set that's targeting the life insurance interest. Another option is you could scrape a list of 1,000 agents and then create a lookalike. But I've heard some hints that broad works pretty well for this. And for most things, I usually start with broad anyway. So I'm going to start with broad. We're publishing this ad, guys. I'm going to duplicate this now because I've got everything set up here. I'm going to duplicate it times 2. And I'm going to load in my other creatives here quickly. Ugly 2. Poor ads get called ugly. It's just not nice. Ugly 3. You can name your ads whatever you want. I'm a Chad, so I don't really name mine that well. Oh, did I even optimize that one? Looking good. Done. Okay, publish. Nope. Oh, pixel, that's right. Forgot to do the pixel here, so I'm going to have to, I think we need a new pixel here actually. So we'll have another video on that because you guys are always asking about it. Money saving scout, pixel. Write the code now. We will make a separate video on this, but we don't like to use conversions API. We find it's not really necessary for lead gen. If you're doing e-commerce, it makes sense. If you're getting like really direct feedback from your clients, like through their CRM, it could make sense, but it's pretty complicated, and we just honestly use the Metapixel. I'm going to install the code manually. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the header of all of my GHL landers, and then I'm going to put the track lead code on the thank you page, which I'm going to have my Calendly redirect to a custom thank you page where I will have that lead track code, which when the page loads, it'll track a lead or an appointment. So I guess in this case, it's going to say lead, but it's going to be an appointment in my mind. Okay. Money saving scout, and then we're going to go, I'm just going to call it lead. And then I need to set that up, and once that's set up, we'll be good to go. We will have another short video on that Ryan B will create. So hopefully that was helpful, guys. Again, very simple campaign here. I'm going to be setting up another one for roofers, or potentially Tato is going to be setting that one up. We'll come back in a few days and we'll see what the results are. Thanks, guys. Right on. Well, nice to meet you over the phone here. Appreciate you jumping on a call. You're in Nova Scotia, you said, I think?
Yep.
Right on.
Well, Bedford, which is
Bedford.
right outside of Halifax.
Gotcha. Right on. I'm the complete opposite of you, and just I'm outside of Vancouver, BC here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very opposite. I didn't even clue in when you said 1 p.m. I was like, oh, but I thought you were Eastern, but I realized are you just Pacific time? Is that what it's called over there? Like Pacific time?
Atlantic.
Or sorry, Atlantic time, my bad. Obviously. Um,
Yeah.
cool. Well, like I said, thanks for jumping on the call. Yeah, I mean, just tell me a bit about what made you want to jump on the call today. I have a little bit of information from you here about final expense leads, but yeah, tell me what you're thinking.
Well, I'm looking to acquire some final expense leads on a fairly steady basis. I have someone that I've been dealing with, but I'm not happy. So I'm looking to make a change, and I'm just basically looking around to see who can do what. That's all.
Cool.
So
If
I'm
you don't,
looking for final expense, but I'd also take term too.
okay, cool. Yeah, we do both of those. We're in the U.S. and Canada, so we generated a lot of leads in both countries. If you don't mind me asking, what are you not happy with your current provider?
What's that?
If what makes you not happy with your current lead provider? Are the leads just not
I'm
great
not getting
quality?
I'm not getting a constant flow at all.
Oh, it's
I
the
get
flow. Okay,
some and then I don't, and it's just not. I'm just not seeing any future in it. So I'm looking to make a change.
gotcha. Do you know where those leads are generated from? Do you have any like
I
platform wise
think
or
they
online?
come. I think they come from Facebook and maybe some Google stuff. I'm not sure.
Okay, gotcha. But they are digital leads, and that's interesting that they aren't consistent. Um,
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but whatever they're doing, it's not sitting good with me. I can tell you that.
Fair enough. In terms of the quality, are they half decent, or is it more just the flow of them?
Well, it's the flow. Also, if you get like 20 leads, you get maybe two or three, probably at most, uh, deals out of it, right?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I'd
How
like to
many?
see a little better. I'd like to see a little better response than that if it's possible, you
Right.
know.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, and you'd be looking at, I think you put down 1 to 4 leads per day. Like, what would be an ideal, let's say everything's humming along nicely. How many leads per day would be like a perfect amount for
Well,
you?
if I had 20 leads a week, for example, that would be fine.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. No, that's helpful. Thanks for that info. So I'll tell you a bit about what we do. So we've been doing lead gen for around almost 8 years now. We only do lead generation with our agency. So we're in life insurance, we're in mortgage, we're in the legal space. Um, and this is, all we do is generate leads online. So we do use maybe similar platforms to what you're familiar with, but we're using Meta, we're using Instagram, and now we more heavily rely on YouTube and Google and even some TikTok. Not as much in final expense, but for the term insurance, we do some TikTok advertising as well. But my
Right.
goal really with everything we do is to like is really always to try and get the best possible quality lead and weed out as many tire kickers as we can. So everything we do
Yeah,
with our
really, eh?
leads, yeah, I mean that's the goal because I mean I've done this for long enough to know if you just throw up an ad on Facebook and you might start getting leads in, but they're probably just people who want a free lunch or or just clicking buttons on
Well,
the internet.
tire kickers are a waste of time, right?
Yeah,
That's just.
for sure.
But how do you get rid of them? Well, that's when you need to know a little more what you're doing, right?
For sure. And yeah, so that's what we've kind of worked on over the years is really developing a system where so we get the lead on, like I said, Facebook or Instagram or Google or whatever platform it is, and then we send them to a landing page where we ask them pretty, decent, extensive amount of questions, and we even have like a video kind of explainer there that's kind of walking the lead through why they're going through this quiz, why are they actually filling this out, this survey. We ask them usually 10 to 12 questions. Um, and then at the end we ask them directly, hey, look, this is not a, insurance is not a one size fits all. You shouldn't just speak to anybody. We're going to refer you to one of our trusted partners. Do you agree? Do you want to speak to somebody? So we like to ask them a second time, do you actually want to speak to somebody? If they say yes, we then verify their phone number. So every single person that comes through one of our funnels, we verify that their phone is in their hand by sending them a text message or giving them a phone call, or if they're unable to verify their phone number, we might do their email. But we're trying to verify this is actually a real human being that wants to speak to somebody. Um, at that
Right.
point, they become a lead if they agree to that. And then we can take it a step further and actually put your calendar or a booking calendar on the next page. And we see, you know, anywhere from 30 to 50% of those people actually book a direct appointment as well. So we're trying to get as many of those people to just book into your calendar so you don't even have to, think about them as much. You can still send them like a text or even give them a phone call to confirm that appointment. But really, our goal is to like really take this like essentially online digital traffic is kind of cold traffic. We're trying to warm them up and educate them as much as possible so that they're ready to have a conversation. Obviously, it's still up to you to sell them, and do what you do best. But our goal is to like, let's get these people ready to have that conversation. So that's essentially what we do. Any questions about any of that process?
No, no. And I don't, very seldom do I go and sit down in somebody's house and talk to them anymore.
Right.
But 95 point or 99.99% of the time, it's just done I do it online because all the companies are online pretty much now anyway,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So if the
Yeah, which
person feels
is
comfortable enough with you, then most of the time they'd rather do it that way.
right for sure. Yeah, and that. I mean, that obviously works well for us on the digital side, and we like to target at least province wide. Like, I don't like to go too much more narrow than that. So if if you want to do all of Nova Scotia, we could obviously kind of target just Nova
Well,
Scotia.
that's
Yeah,
what I do because like I say, I do most of it online anyway.
right. Yeah,
So
so we can
it
definitely do
works
that.
works well that way. Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, I mean, we actually manage we have some like companies that we're actually partnered with that we actually manage their sales teams. So my goal really isn't just to like hand this lead off to you, but kind of help you manage this lead as good as possible as well. So we have some ways we can help out with that. Just to add, I guess, any lead you get that is like a fake phone number or hoax lead, or if they pick up the phone and they tell you to screw off, we replace that lead, no questions asked. The leads are exclusive also, so any lead you get from us will never be sold to anybody else. So again, really the
Right.
goal is the best quality we can get online. Again, they still need to be worked. They still require some work in terms of calling these leads up. Sometimes someone fills out a form and then they drop their kids off school and they get busy and they take a few phone calls. So that's
Yeah,
still a part of
that's
it,
right.
but yeah, we do our best to get them ready for that conversation.
Well, you can only do so much. Okay,
Right,
it's
right.
so it
Um,
goes with goes without saying some of them aren't going to be good, but you try and do what you can to make them as good as you can,
yeah,
right?
totally, exactly.
Yeah. So what are we talking price wise?
So for final expense, we're $25 per lead. For term, we're $35 per lead. And so we have a few different options in terms of pricing. We usually like to do like a minimum order. So a lot of people start off just doing like they want to do one lead per day, and we do an order of 30 leads. Um, So you pay up front for 30 leads. We deliver those one a day over a month, or maybe one or two per weekday, essentially, throughout the month. Or we can even do a pay-as-you-go option where you literally just pay per lead, but we charge an extra couple bucks on top of that.
Okay. All right. Can you send me this information? Like
Yeah,
email it to me?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll
You
send you
have
a
my
recap.
email, right?
Yeah, let me confirm what Gmail I've got here. I've got at gmail.com.
That's it.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Okay. All right.
Does
And how do we pay for this?
credit card. So I can send you, I mean, I guess I'll ask you, would you be looking to start with final expense leads, and would you want to do kind of an order uh, of leads, and like what would kind of make sense for a trial for you?
Well, I'd want to do final expense, see what
Yep.
we can do with that.
Would you want to do 30? Start with 30?
Can I start with 20?
Yeah, we can do that. I'd be happy to do that for you. There's no like, yeah, whatever kind of works for you. I just want to make sure. Usually 20 is about the lowest I would go down to because I want to make sure
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
we have some time for a trial here. My like in
Is
you know
is this American or Canadian
that's
funds?
Canadian.
Oh, that's another good point. Okay.
Yeah, that is important, eh? Instead of being 38 Canadian. Yeah, it's 25 Canadian.
Okay. Good. Perfect. Okay, if you
Um,
can email this over to me and let me have a good gander at it, and then we'll go from there.
yeah,
Okay?
that sounds good. The only other thing I wanted to mention is when we do start this, just give me as much feedback as you can. So we'll send all these leads to a Google Sheet. We can also send them to your CRM, and we can have another call
Can
if
you
you
send
decide.
it? Are you able to send it to my email?
Yep, definitely. So we'll
Yeah,
have,
that's the way I've been doing it. And then if we get things rolling half decent, then maybe I'll look at doing it another way. But I find email works pretty good.
yeah, whatever works for you is great for us. We'll have a Google Excel sheet that again we just ask you make notes on that sheet and kind of let us know what's working because I mean I don't have any intention of just selling you 20 leads. I want this to be kind of a long-term partnership. So the more feedback you give me, the more I can kind of tweak things on my end to try and get you the
Okay.
best possible lead. So that's just an important note. I really want to get as much feedback from you as possible because yeah, we're
Okay.
looking
Perfect.
long term what we both want. So would appreciate that for sure.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Right on. Okay, thanks, Dale. I'll send you
All
that
right.
over.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too. Bye now.
All right. Hello, everyone.
I'm here with Tato. He helps us out at Leadbase. We're going to be setting up our first campaign. We've got an order in for some final expense leads in Canada. So we have to set up a campaign up here in one of the provinces. Tato, say hi to the lovely people out there. I
Hey
guess they've
guys,
seen
nice.
you in some videos already.
Yeah, for sure. I'm the new guy here. So yeah.
The goat of helping at Leadbase. We couldn't do it without him. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna set up a campaign today. I'm kind of helping train Tato along the way. So we're just gonna go through and create a few ads, and then we'll do another video where we kind of polish some things up, and we'll show you guys the whole process. So today we're gonna be creating a final expense campaign. We're going to be creating the Canva ads for it. We're going to be creating the landing page, or at least morphing a landing page template that you have access to in Bootcamp. And then we'll be sending the leads to a Google Sheet that the client's going to see. And he is expecting leads like today. So we're going to have to get this going quickly. But I'm confident because we've done this before, we can get them going pretty quick. In worst case, I'll just tell him, hey, just wait till tomorrow, dude. You'll be okay. So let's go screen share here. So first thing I'm going to take, I should have a template here that is Ontario, and I'm going to morph it for Nova Scotia. So elements, I like to just go Nova Scotia flag. This is what I usually start with life insurance and like province specific stuff, is throwing in like a recognizable flag or feature that people are going to know. And I'm not going to go with this benefit language for this. But what we can do is just create one and then create a bunch of different variants. I'll show you guys also how to use something called ideogram. And then there was just a training that George did today that shows how to use AI to split test things. So we'll do another video on utilizing that new feature as well. But in today's video, I'm going to keep it really simple and just run. I'm going to create 5 ads here. So that we can get testing. And I know this type of stuff has worked in the past for us, so we're going to test it out, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. So I like to, again, use kind of ugly ads for this. I'm going to have a few different headlines here. So I want to call out Nova Scotia seniors. It's just funny, it's not spelled like that here. My how's it spelled again? Nova Scotia. Hopefully this video is not too slow, because sometimes my brain, the hamster wheel in my brain is just turning as I do these. A new Nova Scotia senior insurance plans are here. Might go 2025 or something like that. Shrink this a little bit.
Is there a specific amount of characters that you use, or?
No, I just try and fit it nicely into like an ad so that it just looks good. Like something
nice.
like this, like kind of just a single sentence calling out. And again, this is just one type of ad. This is just ugly ads, or like, whatever you want to call them, just simple ads that are just very headline focused. So we just want to call out our target audience and get their attention. So new 2025 Nova Scotia senior insurance plans are here. Honestly, that's one ad. Actually, I'll duplicate this one. So this is how I do this. I just duplicate page. So duplicate, and then I name this, whatever the title is, and then I'll create a bunch of different variants of this. I might do something like, and I mean, if you've never done ads before, you're probably going to want to do a little bit more brainstorming than this. So if you guys have seen my brain hurricane or brainstorming document, I usually will brainstorm a bunch of headlines. But because I've done this before, what I'll actually do is we'll take a look at some of the other ones we've done. The Alberta term life. Actually, let's go. Yeah, term life. So these are ads I've run in the past that have worked. So I'm going to be using some of that. I've got family stuff. Albertans can be paid that for their family. This is somewhat clickbaity. New life insurance policies to pay your kids now $7,000. Bunch of Alberta parents. So we've got a bunch of different ads here that I've already kind of put together. New 2025 Nova Scotia senior insurance plans are here.
Maybe another thing that they can do. Sorry. Sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
but maybe another thing that they can do is just pretty much just take what you give them on the bootcamp, right, and everything, or the examples you have, and just ask ChatGPT to give them like 10 different variants, right? And
Totally.
yeah,
So we can actually give that a try here. Again,
yeah,
my process is kind of like write me 10 headlines for final expense insurance. Facebook. I tend to not use a ton of ChatGPT, which is not necessarily a good thing. I think it's definitely ideal to like split test and get some ideas created through ChatGPT. So I like the no medical angle. That's what I was just trying to think of. No medical exam needed, easy approval for Nova Scotians. Like something like this, I actually think is really good. A lot of people in Canada, I actually have the second guy who's hopefully going to buy from us. He can help people with diabetes and different things get a policy for a similar price to people who don't have health conditions. So something like that could be good for some other ads. Like this, make it nice. And again, I'll do another video where I do this on a more of a mass scale, but I want to do it a little bit slower in this one, just to show people.
yeah, for sure.
Scotian 50 plus. So this is kind of nice because like this forces them to read the copy. They're like, "What's this about?" Read the copy, talk about life insurance a little bit, and just gives a little bit of intrigue.
Yeah, just to get the pattern interrupt, right? Just to make them stop and just apply.
Yep, exactly. Guaranteed acceptance. So a lot of these are like, this is just fluff and buzzwords for me. Like it is a nice call out, but then secure your legacy with final expense insurance. It's like, it's kind of like, it's kind of lame. Like no one really cares. I would say another one that we like to do is we'll put that at the top and go. Insurance costs are set to rise in 2025, which is true because every year you age, your insurance is in theory going to get more expensive as you get less healthy. So an urgency hook like this can work really well. Let's mix it up a little bit and do something a little different here. Let's go like this. Let's go elements. Put this down there. Hopefully they know what their island looks like.
For sure there will be less, but yeah.
What's that?
For sure there will be less people knowing how the island looks, but
Yeah.
let's test it for sure.
As long as Nova Scotia knows.
Yeah.
So I might even redo these three like this and just make them completely different, but let's just keep throwing some different stuff in here. Fuel costs are rising and your family is struggling. I actually think that's a pretty decent ad. A big decent call out. Okay, we could leave the 50 plus in there. Like this. Let's do some orange or something. That might be hard to read. Make sure they can read it a little later, maybe. We'll go black. So let's go like this. Nova Scotia 60 plus, costs are rising. Ensure your family isn't less struggling. And let's go like this. Duplicate. I'll start with 5. We'll set this up, and then we'll film another video where you can see the completed ads all set up in the account, and then we'll kind of go over that so you guys aren't watching this video forever. This is for Tato just as much as it is for everyone else watching, just to kind of get some ideation in here. Let's see what else we've had in the account. Set to rise. I do like something like this, locking in coverage for a certain amount. And to get Andrew Sharp's opinion on this, because I think he's doing some insurance tables type ads where he shows the price, your average price per age.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea for sure.
That's ChatGPT. I assume this would be per month.
Yeah, for sure. Could be
10,000. Dude, 40,000 is like nothing in Canada for infants. Please.
could be
So $100. So I think we could run something like female, male. We could create something around this potentially. I've never really used that type of ad before, so I'm not going to do that right now. What we're going to do with this is, I think in a separate video as well, I'm going to show you a basic quiz today, and then we're actually going to expand this quiz to be pretty extensive. I've heard of people getting really cheap leads for life insurance, so I think we're going to go for like a 20-question quiz and make these leads like really good quality, pay a little bit more per lead, but I think we can get them for like $10 or less, even with like a 20-question quiz here. Let's go 20, something like that. Might try a few different iterations. This one. You can also do a quick signal.
that's good. Yeah.
Let's do 1 minute. That. Let's go ahead and export these, and then we'll do a setup in the account. So I just export them all at once. You can export these as videos as well and run them as videos. That's a good way to test videos and images. So I can go download here, and I could go MP4 video and download all of them at once. I could also go JPEG, obviously. I'm going to go square. I'm going to go full quality. Actually, let's go like 80. Actually, it's good. Pages 1.7. Download those. I'm going to download them as MP4s as well. So we've got our ads downloaded. Let's just set up a campaign here. So we are leveraging, we're using an old account that I've used for a bit. Some insurance and stuff is done here, but we're going to set something money soon. Scout. We also have a lander that I'm going to be morphing over to Nova Scotia here. Obviously it's in Alberta. Let's set up the ad here. We are not going to do, we're going to skip lead forms in this, but if you are watching this video and you've never run an ad before, you've never tested an ad before, I would like to do lead forms first and test a very simple lead form. I have other videos on that in the bootcamp that you can watch. We're jumping to the lander because I want to show you kind of the best scenario of the types of leads that you can generate. But we're going to start with leads here. We're going to go manual leads campaign, never do tailored. Keep it on. We're going to name this Nova Scotia. So I'm going to split this up by campaign per province. I'm going to have some buyers probably and state as well, because we're running this in the States. So we might have state-specific campaigns. Eventually, the goal would be to run nationally and be able to distribute these leads at the end of the funnel, because that's going to be a more efficient way of running things. But right now, we're just starting in one province. When I was running this before, I'd have multiple agents in multiple provinces that had licenses in different provinces. So we would just distribute those leads depending on what leads they could take. So we're not going to do any special ad category. It might tell you that you need one for insurance, but you actually don't for now anyways. So you would do instant forms if you were just completely starting from scratch. And maybe I'll film a separate video where we set up an instant form, but I have enough of those, I think, already. We're going to go website. Insurance Ian is here, but we're going to do max conversions. We're going to do money. Do I have money savings scout? I mean, I guess we might as well. I'm going to use the insurance in pixel because it's already set up on the page, but you would create a new pixel there. We're going to go lead because it's already set up. We'll do a separate video where we actually show how we set up the pixel, but essentially we've installed it at the domain level in Unbounce. You would do the same thing and go high level. And then on your thank you page, which I'll show you in a bit, you put the Facebook track lead code there. You track each lead that comes in. We're going to start this at $20 a day. That's good. We're going to, the Scotia. Hopefully the blender in the background is too annoying. Can you hear me okay, Pato?
Yeah, I'm just super focused right now on the,
That's
on
good.
the yeah. It's something that you have to remember, guys, is that I'm also a newbie, right? So I'm just quiet in the background, just also learning with you.
Yeah, we're teaching, we're learning, good things are happening.
Yeah, for sure.
The Nova Scotia, never click this, in my opinion. So it'll actually go outside of the targeting you're doing, so it's not helpful. In this case, I'm going to go. I mean, we need to, age. I like to go to switch to original audience options because it just gives you more. And they tell you this BS, but it's not true. The original audience, the Nova Scotia.
Sorry, what about the language? Do you have to keep it do you keep it broad, or you just do a specific language as well, or it doesn't help at all?
It depends on the province I'm in. So if I was in Quebec, which is a French-speaking province, I don't speak French, so I would just run to English, and then I would select English. If I was in this certain states in the U.S., I might also just target English because I don't want to be targeting Spanish. There's a higher Spanish population down there.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt if it changes anything. 42. No, it didn't change anything. Only enter a language you need to limit your audience to people who use the language that is common to your selected locations. Yeah, so exactly. Yeah. It's not really something to be concerned about. And then we're just going to do 50 plus. We're not going to do any interest targeting here. See what that drops us to. Pretty small audience. It's a small province, which is fine. This is like one of the smaller provinces in Canada we happen to get a first client from. Obviously, if you're in like a state, this is going to be like 10 times bigger. You're going to have several million people to work with. It's going to be a lot easier. So we're starting on extra hard mode, which is good for this video.
To show them that it's possible for sure. Yeah.
I mean, even in like BC and Alberta, we were doing like a couple dozen leads per day, and it's not like BC is very big either. Like our audience sizes were 1 million or less in most of those campaigns. Just go broad, 50 plus for our ad set. We're gonna go when. So I might name my ad sets different based on like if I'm doing some targeting or what the end results is going to be. It just depends on how you want to organize things. I'm not going to do dynamic creative because I found it to be less effective recently, at least with new campaigns. Once you've tested your ads separately, you can then go into dynamic creative with your winners, and then it becomes a little bit more just easier to kind of like pump ads in because dynamic creative allows you to put more ads in at once and just makes your life easier.
Yeah.
To be honest, and we're going to call this ugly ads, images. So at the ad level, I might do ugly ads videos as a different ad set, and I actually maybe we'll just do that today. Ad set URL. I still have to edit this lander. It'll probably end up being a different video. We're learning as we go here, guys, and I'm realizing this is going to be a long video. So we also still need to hook up our domain. I think remember that we are balancing this on the side of our agency and Leadbase and everything. So we're doing this as we go here. So I'm going to move. You'll have to change that URL up. So set to push up. In Nova Scotia. That's fine. We'll just plug that in for now. I'm going to go ahead and publish this just so we have a live page. Unbounce upgraded their plans, and because we had so many pages in our account, we have like 700 pages. Our bill went from $150 a month to $2,500 US per month. recently,
Oh.
and I was like, "Hey guys, I'm not paying for this," and they obviously refunded me, and they switched their plan. It's like $200 a month or something now.
No,
But
man,
it's just funny.
no, that's way too much. That's the, like
Oh,
HubSpot,
it's
like the professional plan for like the CRM for big companies.
totally.
No way, no.
Yeah, I was like, "There's no way I'm paying for this," and they're like, "Our
Yeah,
bad."
no.
So they were apologetic about it. So it was funny. I thought it was
They're,
sort of
oh, you noticed.
like I like them so not that much. I'm gonna not select multi-advertiser ads. I'm gonna go. Um, so we're gonna go create ad. I'm not gonna do marketing. I'm gonna do money for the scout. Oh, at least we don't have the Instagram hooked up yet, so I gotta do that later. Manual upload, single video, personal collection. I hate they've changed this to now you set up creative this way. I don't really like it. So
Oh man, I know when I was doing the campaign for likes, that was
yeah,
such a
I know,
headache because
I
I
know they
had your
missed.
video instructions from the past, right? And they switched it, and I actually said it on the video, like, guys, bear with me, because I didn't
Right,
know what to do there. Yeah.
I know it's really annoying. They just change things for no reason.
I know it's just Facebook being Facebook.
Can you see my downloads right now, or just the screen still?
I can see the downloads. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean the little screen, right? With the media.
Like you can see my downloads folder on my computer.
Oh no, I can only see the Facebook one. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So, some hold on. All right, so we've got our creative and upload. I'm just gonna plug this in with one creative, and then we're gonna split test based on like copy. So let's go some old ads of me. It said like I think I ran this like 5 years ago. It's actually not a bad idea to run that. Yeah.
That's a funny one.
We'll run that. All right, so we've got our ad. Don't want any of that. Yeah. I'm gonna set up my text differently. Let's just keep it. I was gonna do that. So we need some primary text now. I'm going to steal it from our other stuff. So this is just based on templates that I've already shared with you guys. If you have the cheat sheet, you have these templates. Again, if you're in a different niche than insurance, obviously you're going to want to brainstorm some of these using the brainstorming procedure that we have in the bootcamp. But again, for the sake of this video, I'm kind of just going to use some stuff that we already have here. What we have there? Yeah. I'll try a couple different ads here. So I'm going to be using dynamic creative for this part. I'm going to go like this, 25 and 45. Children. I'm just changing this based on the product.
It's pretty much the same template, right? Just change it based on the location,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing too crazy. Sorry, we're going to blend it around. It's probably not the best place to come in here. Sounds like someone's getting their dental work done here. I'm actually going to have these be a little bit more general in terms of language. Like this guy can do final expense, but he can also do like term policies. And for somebody who's 50, they could get like a 30-year term policy. So we're going to have it's basic. Also, like you can't expand you can't scroll inside of a box. It's really hard to like copy and paste things. It's feel like I just copy and paste half of them. Oh no, I didn't. It did the whole thing. It's still the same.
Okay.
No, this good shot. Good shot. Let's go. Let's go. Events. So, cost of life insurance in Novus. Scotia, set to your house. And let's go June 2025 at Nova Scotia residents are locking coverage with the place of families. Because the truth is, life insurance is not a one-size-fits-all with policy. It just became available, but may not be around next year. Check the full. Learn more here. We'll do 3 ads in this one for this video, just so you guys can, again, this is kind of to show you guys how to set this up the simplest way possible. This one. That one didn't copy the whole thing.
And most people just read also the image copy as well, right?
Yes. Yeah, it depends. You can see like you'll see your click-through rate is your link click-through rate is people who clicked on the ad to go to the landing page, and then your click-through rate all is people who clicked see more usually. You'll be able to see how many people are actually reading the whole ad.
Oh, that's nice. Copy masterclass right now.
It's just my brain humming. Summer 2025. Let's get yourself to plan more. I tried to overthink too much. I just want to test out as much as I can. And like I said, we will do another video using George's tactic where he just Tata, you should actually watch that. I joined for a little bit. He created this tool that can test up to unlimited ads, but he's testing 40 ads at once with a small budget and testing all these different hooks, and he's using AI to do it. So it's pretty sweet.
I'll watch it today for sure. Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's really good.
Time saver for sure, right?
Oh yeah, it's nuts, and it allows you to test a ton of stuff at once. It's honestly it's more efficient than doing this, so we'll be implementing that into what we do more than kind of a basic way to do it. I shouldn't say it's more effective, I guess, but it's a way to test, I guess, an efficient way to test a ton of stuff at once. But it sounds like they're having really good results with it. Okay, we like that. So you could go and have 5. I'm just gonna have 3 for now. We're just gonna test. Again, there's a couple different ways to do this because we want to split test one thing at a time. So I'm basically split testing the images with my 3 copies here, and then I'm going to be able to look at the stats and see which combination is working well. With dynamic creative, I'd be plugging in 10 images, 3 to 5 copy, 3 to 5 headline, and sometimes Facebook will push more money to certain elements that it thinks are going to work better, but won't give spend to other ones. So this is kind of depending on what your budget is and how many ad sets you can afford to run on. In this case, again, I'm testing. I'm going to have 7 different image ads, and each one of them is going to have 3 ad copies. So, anyways,
that's perfect. Yeah. So basically, the ad copy will be tested automatically with the 5 images, right? So the 3 texts will pretty much. How can I say this in English? By the way, guys, English is not my first language, so so pretty much it will connect one image with one copy and then test it with another one and just pretty much automatically do it and just figure out which one is best, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this will be perfect. there'll be 7 different ads, and they'll be getting different amounts of spend. So my ad set budget is set to $20. I'm gonna have 7 different ads. One might get like all 20 of those dollars. Hopefully not. It should be more efficient than that. That's why George is using this new method where he has like 40 different ad sets. They're $2 per ad set, and that way every single ad gets $2 a day.
Nice.
So that's why the only problem with that is like it's a good testing mechanism, but for scaling, it's more of a testing mechanism than it is for like scaling. But we'll have some more videos on that, and hopefully it's not confusing people.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyways, this will be 7 ads. It'll be mix and matching these 3 copies with each image. We've got where's my I'll change the pixel name from Money Saving Scout. Figure we might as well leverage the old pixel that we have. Oh, we have their website there. All right. So this is our first image ad. What we can also do is we'll set up some URL parameters. I'll get Ryan to do a video on that. So we'll be able to track and see which specific ad pushed. So I guess we can build a quick campaign source. I mean, we don't really care about the campaign because this landing page is going to be Nova Scotia anyway. But ad parameter, ad name, ad 1. UTM source. So this is going to push these UTMs to our landing page, and then we can actually catch these UTMs. So we'll know that the campaign is Nova Scotia and the ad name is ad 1. And actually, what I should do there instead of ad 1 is go. This should be dynamic, and it should be ad name. So the ad name will pull. To the lander. YouTube source, Nova Scotia, and ad name. This will be duplicated across our other ads. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to end the video after this. I duplicate these because I got to meet with Ryan here, and then this will probably be a few videos. Again, we're trying to learn how to do this as we go, guys. So what I'll do is I'm going to plug in 6 copies on my existing campaign, existing ad set. We're going to go through one at a time and name them ad 2. And I'm going to upload a new one. Ad 3. You guys get the idea. And this is also going to, again, pull the name as a UTM parameter to unbounce so that we know, I'll start this up.
Yeah, so basically just to track the data accurately, right?
The UTM parameter?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We want to make sure that we can see which specific ad, just in case our tracking will be tracking on Facebook, but sometimes it's not actually perfectly accurate. So with UTM parameters, we can know for certain which ad is producing the lead.
Nice, that's perfect.
I'm going to stop it here, and I'll just finish up that up. I'll probably upload the videos as well, doing the exact same thing in a different ad set. I just don't want this video to be too long. It's probably pretty long already. So we'll do some other videos around this. Tato, do you have any questions about the process at all?
No, right now, to be honest with you, it was a lot of information. So yeah, for now, it's so good. I think it was pretty clear.
Sweet. Yeah, as we get more clients in, Tato will be running some of these campaigns himself. So stay tuned, guys. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next rendition of this. Again, this will probably be a few videos, so I'll see you guys soon.
See you guys.
All right, everyone. Quick update video here on our first order with Money Saving Scout. So in the last video, you saw us kind of set up some ads. I know that video was a little clunky and a little bit all over the place because we were kind of trying to do it live, but I did make some updates to the ads. So quick recap, we set up our initial ad set. It started off really slow. We had an okay click-through rate, but the landing page wasn't really converting. So I'm going to show you what happened and then what we did to change that, and we just made some new ads and tried some new things. Our cost per lead at the start was a little over $30, and we're getting paid $30 per lead for these, or is it 25? It's 25. $25 per lead, so we're around 30 to 35. I was not panicking. I'm used to, on the first order, things costing a little bit more. I haven't done final expense ads in Canada before, and so if I'm within at least within range, I'm getting some leads, I know I'm going to be able to crack the code. And in this video, I'll show you our lead cost is like $5 now, and I think we'll be able to get that even lower over time. So, changes in creative, testing new things can bring your lead cost down from $35 to $5. Like, the creative is everything, guys. The hook is everything. So, again, this is our first order. We're going to be trying a lot of new different things. We're going to get feedback on quality. The ads are a little clickbaity, so we'll see how they do. We are text verifying these leads. I believe we've already set that up. So this is going now. We had actually too many leads the last few days. I said one to two per day, and then all of a sudden the new ad set just exploded and started going crazy on sending this guy lots of leads. We're not using Lead Prosper yet because we want to replicate this as a beginner would see it. So let's dive into things here. So we've got 14 leads delivered so far to our client here. They've purchased 20, so we're already done this first order. So I'm going to be getting some feedback, and at the end of this order, I'll also be doing a recap on the profit and loss. So we've got here, you can kind of see the progression of what we were doing here. I'll just go, I think we started March 1st. You can see I started out here. I had a pretty rough start, getting no leads. We tried a 50 plus audience with the ads you saw in the previous video. Let's look at performance and clicks. And the click-through rate, holy smokes, 10%. That's nuts. 21 cents per click. I mean, this is cool to look at because these are pretty clickbaity. Maybe they're too clickbaity. We'll see. We do talk about that they need to, we're talking about different benefit plans available for seniors. We do say in the ads, as you'll see, that you have to pay for that. It's not something free. It's not a government thing. Again, we're just starting out, so I want to see how these work. But you can see our cost per click went down almost to 10% of when it was. Our click-through rate 10x'd. This just shows, again, even if I'm a little too clickbaity here, that the hook is so important. That can change everything for your ads. So if your ads are sucking, maybe it's because they are just not enticing enough for your audience. So let's take a quick look at what we had set up first here. We had these ugly ads set up. What was kind of working and what wasn't. So we've got some good click-through rate, like on this one, for example. Right, so the new 2025 Nova Scotia senior insurance plans are here. Insurance as low as $3. Take advantage of these exclusive policies. So I don't think this is too clickbait. We're talking about insurance. Ones that didn't do as well. This one was sucking a lot of spend. No medical exam needed, easy approval for Nova Scotians 50 plus. So maybe that was a bit confusing to people. This, for whatever reason, wasn't getting a good click-through rate, but for some reason, Facebook was pushing a lot of spend here. And again, this is kind of why Facebook's not the most efficient. Sometimes it's pushing spend to one that isn't really working, which is why using a method like George's method and split testing 25 plus ad sets at once at $2 to figure out what is actually enforcing $2 per day to each of them, and getting spend on every single creative so you can know what's working. If you don't know what I'm talking about, George did a training on this. You'll find it it's actually in the free course, and maybe by the time you're watching this, he'll already have a course in the actual boot camp. If you want more information on that and you don't know what I'm talking about, just shoot me a message. Maybe I'll go ahead and put that call in the boot camp or in the course. I think we're gonna have an AI masterclass on that, so you'll be able to see that. But what I did is I set this up very simply, assuming that we didn't have this AI testing tool, just like a beginner might do. And again, it wasn't super efficient. It wasn't spending super well. Started off pretty slow, and was pushing budget to a crappy ad here. I think I just duplicated it because something wasn't working. Then I ran to here. Then this ad got 2 leads for $27, which is about break even. Nova Scotians 50 plus, you can lock in 40K in coverage for less than $3 per day. Same thing was kind of happening. This was getting a lot of the spend with it and doesn't have that great of a click-through rate. So I thought to myself, okay, like this isn't going to work in the long run. We need something more like this up here is like crushing it. Which it's funny that it got $5 in spend, but it had such a better click-through rate. Again, this is a good learning experience for everybody, and even for me, like how Facebook just changes over time. It never used to be this inefficient, which is why George's method makes so much sense now, and why we will be using that in this mini course or this case study. So we've got 14 clicks for 38 cents a click. This is the benefits language. Our senior insurance plans are here, okay? For whatever reason, I mean, we didn't get a conversion on that, but let's take a look at the landing page. I've got a few variants here. I don't think I changed any copy here. Where'd it go? They even changed where everything goes now. Okay, so we're trying out a form now as well. I'm going to pull up, let me pause this. Okay, so we've got our form here. Or the form you're seeing here actually is not converting very well. Let's preview this one. I think this is the main one. Oh, that's also a form. Okay, good to know. Yeah, we're trying out some forums because we've heard from people that those are working quite well. And it's going to be, I mean, you don't need leads hook with forms. So again, this is kind of we're trying to replicate a bit of what a beginner might have access to with this stuff here. So that form is converting at 6%. This quiz is converting at about 5.1. So probably, very similar, small sample size. Nova Scotia Senior Life Insurance Benefits, give your kids up to 250K. That might be too high of a number, but whatever. 5 and 18 residents approved. And then we've got this one, find my lowest price. So again, we do have pricing language here. I don't think this is too clickbaity. Find the lowest prices across Nova Scotia, fast and easy. Again, our client is in Nova Scotia. Fast coverage up to 50K, quick and easy. That's that. So again, we weren't seeing success. We added that form in there. We changed, I think, some of the headlines as well. I wish I knew. Actually, I might be able to see in the variants here. Sorry, guys. Again, these videos, I'm just trying to kind of go over everything and give you guys my perspective. Maybe this is the one that had 2%. Yeah, so Nova Scotians get up to 46,000 in coverage. This page just did not convert well. It was at 2%. The new one's converting 3 times better. And again, you go from 2% to 6%, and then one day, I hope to be at like 10%. Your lead cost is getting cut in half by 5x. You're paying 20% of your lead cost if you can get your landing page to convert that well. Okay, so it makes a huge difference. With our new ads, these are getting leads for $5 on this one here. Nova Scotia's 50 plus insurance costs are set to rise in 2025. I think we've got pretty similar creative here. Take advantage of new benefits. So this is, the benefit language can be a little clickbaity, but I think our landing page does a good job of offsetting that with, again, a lot of times like with these ugly ads we use, are saying like we're using words like benefits and all these things that might make people think it's some sort of government thing. But we want it to sound different than just like get life insurance. We're trying to like see what people are interested in and what they want. But we're still talking about like, hey, this is going to cost money. This isn't a free thing. And again, people who are experts in life insurance and final expense, maybe you're going to disagree with this, and I would love your feedback on it if you think this is too clickbaity. But we're really just trying to get this order, fulfilled at a good cost so that we can improve on it over time. And hopefully we can get this guy to order again and we can get some feedback from him. So that was that. And then now we've got 6 leads for $5. We're selling these for $25. This is update new type of insurance plans for seniors launching 2025. Again, just using, that one doesn't have any leads. This one has the leads. I think this is the senior benefits language. Nova Scotia senior benefits are here. Take advantage of 10 to 45,000 for their children. So obviously, again, it's clickbaity in the sense it's using, there's benefits. But we do have the $3 per day. And then if they go to the lander, okay, so find the lowest prices. This is the page that's converting from that ad. So we are, again, getting them into the idea that they're going to be paying. We're trying a form. We're split testing at the quiz. Anyways, guys, that's what I wanted to show you. I think what actually might have happened here at the start is that I might have linked the wrong page again. I do a lot of dumb stuff sometimes. But so far, we're almost complete this order. We got paid $500. We spent $221. We're looking like we're going to be able to profit around 50% on the first order. And then you could see on the second order, obviously, if I can keep my lead cost at $5, I'm going to be able to profit a lot more, especially once we now onboard more clients and are able to use the learnings here to sell these to those new clients. So I'm going to have to start sales up again, but I got this baby coming in a few days, so won't be able to do that for a little bit. I have a few guys that I've had initial conversations with they're telling me that they want to order. There's 3 or 4 people still that are like, yep, start me next week or whatever. They've just been putting things off. So my close rate isn't its usual 60% yet, but I'm thinking a lot of these guys are going to close. A lot of good sales conversations. You can obviously watch all those sales calls. And yeah, guys, just want to give you that update. I'll do another update when we finish this order. I'll show you how I do a profit and loss statement, and we'll continue to grow this over time. I'm really excited about just the progression of being able to see the lead costs come down. We made some changes here. This is pretty nuts, and you know what? Maybe 10% click-through rate's too clickbaity, so we'll work on that. We'll see what we need to do to make these the best quality leads possible. But again, I'm just trying to show you guys everything that we do, and show you that you don't have to be scared about delivering leads. You got to do it. You got to go get feedback and then learn from it. But again, look at this now. Like this ad, maybe this is going to be really good. You know, insurance costs are set to rise. Go get locked in now. I think this could be pretty good. 2 leads for $5. I might have to run that one a little more heavily because I think it's going to be a better quality lead. So anyways, guys, as usual, I ramble so much. Hope that's okay. You'll be seeing this as a whole batch of videos coming out, and then we'll do some recaps, and we'll have more stuff coming out where you can see us progress and build this brand. So yeah, we'll see you in this video. Bye, guys. What's up, guys? Big Papa here, and hopefully this is the final video in this MSS Money Saving Scout saga here. I know we're behind posting this stuff, guys, so I apologize. There's been obviously a lot going on, as you know, with me being MIA with new baby. But I'm going to recap today everything that we've done so far. I wanted to post more than this at the start, but I think we're going to post this in different parts. And we're going to be trying out a bunch of different things, different case studies with this brand. So it's a long time coming, but I'm going to kind of go over what we've done so far. Good news, we made some profit here. So I can share that with you guys. We'll go over the profit and loss, and we'll take a look at what's next. Bad news is I definitely dropped the ball on some of the potential clients here. So I only closed one client of the leads that I talked to. I think I had about 7 conversations with insurance agents, and I always brag about how I close such a high percentage. A couple of them are still like, yep, next month. So in April, maybe some of these guys are going to start. So I think I had 1 close, 3, and you can watch the sales calls. 3 of them are like thinking about it, and then a couple were just no's, which is fine. But we had our close, and we easily made a profit and covered the ad spend that we spent on this campaign. So I'll talk about those things. Excuse me. So let's dive into first. Let's just take a quick look at everything here. So we had run this campaign. I had tested a few things in this account, but once I actually got this campaign, like once I really started running it properly, running it to a page with bookings, we had 11 bookings for $11.41. Like I said, I talked to 7 people. I think I had to cancel 4 of them because the baby was being due, and so you'd manage these better than I did. But again, the whole goal of this is just to show you guys the process of how this works, and how just to like test as much as you can and go through these repetitions, because we have a client now. He's ordered twice. Sounds like he's going to order again, so you'll kind of have to wait for the next update to hear about that. But he's happy with the leads, and now every order he makes is just kind of gravy, right? We have a campaign that's working. We have leads that are coming in at a good clip and a good profit. So we spent $125 to get this client, essentially, which is a great amount to spend. And again, if I manage these a little bit better, I think I definitely could have closed more of these. And I think you watching this, you'll close more of these clients if you work them better than I did. I'm gonna have to follow up with them. But anyways, $125.48 spent there. On our campaign, we had a bunch of different stuff going on. Over the 2 orders, we started out pretty rough. By the way, we sold 20 leads for $25 twice. So in total, we sold 40 leads for a total of $1,000. We spent $527 total so far. So we're at about a 50% profit margin overall on the ad side of things, which is exactly where I want to be. And again, I know this is a pretty small scale, obviously, guys. But if you rinse and repeat this process, that's how you grow and get bigger orders in, obviously, right? And all it takes is the guy that's ordering to tell his brokerage, hey, we got to order from these guys, and that's where things can really take off. So I know these are kind of small fry numbers, but hopefully this process is helpful. So we had a bunch of different things we tested. First off, we sucked. Then we got a little bit better. Then we got really good and maybe a little too clickbaity. So the client was giving me some feedback. On the first order, he closed 1 or 2 deals. He had like 5 maybes that he was like really stoked on. So I was like, he had, I think, 7 leads out of the 20 that were potential to close. So I was like, okay, things are going really well. Then as I think the clickbait just set in a little bit more with some of these ads being, you know, senior benefits are here, a little bit clickbaity. So we switched it up from that, and we went to less CB, less clickbaity, up to about $13 per lead. That is on a landing page with a full-on quiz, and I think this could be improved over time as well. So we had new cover plans for seniors launch in 2025. Go to the lander, and we've got this nice, beautiful lander. We just had a form here. We heard through the grapevine that forms are working a bit better, and this is pretty, you know, direct, I guess. Like, find the lowest prices. You know, you're paying for something; it's not free. And so that was $13. And this is just the testing that we do. And again, guys, if somebody tells me the leads aren't doing well or they suck or whatever, that's just great feedback that I got to learn. Because you might be me and you're like, 292, I'm going to make billions of dollars. It's going to be the easiest thing ever. And then you get feedback and, hey, you know, the leads aren't really picking up. They're not that motivated. Okay, what do we need to change? So obviously going from 292 to 1391 is a big jump, but we're selling these leads for 25. So we have a lot of room to work with here, and we can improve this over time with different creatives, maybe combining these two to land somewhere around $8 to $10. There's a ton of stuff that we can do here. So we just pause this for now because we finished his order. I did over deliver, I think 7 leads to this guy just to cover some of the duds. So we delivered 47 leads. We're trying out some new funnels with a new thing right now that for whatever reason hasn't been working so far. What actually happened, so random update, guys, it's March 28th right now. The special ad categories for insurance seem to kick in for everybody on March 27th. So the reason I think this new campaign isn't working that well is that all these old ads actually got rejected for not being special ad category. I think it's these ones. Or is it these ones? So yeah, delivery error. So special ad category wasn't mandatory for insurance, and now it all of a sudden is. So, I mean, that's why we're definitely gonna have to run more of these tests for you guys so you can see, because we're gonna have a new challenge, which is that we can't age target. And I'm running final expense, so it's obviously gonna be a bit of a challenge here for running final expense without being able to do age targeting. But when we call people out in the audience, we call them out by age in the audience. That one got rejected. Let's see why. Oh, this is one of Ryan's new videos he made.
Hey, Nova Scotia seniors, 55 and older. Did you know you can get this new type of insurance coverage with no medical exams or...
So this is made with revid.ai. Why is it rejected though? Of course it doesn't say, it's classic. Weird. Then he has... Facebook is silly. He has some ones that these are captions.ai and these are revid.ai. So we did some AI videos here. Anyways, we're going to figure out this rejection thing. Stay tuned for another video. This will just be an ongoing thing, I think, guys. Showing you guys what we're working on. Anyways, we spent $527 and that is pretty good, I think. Like I said, $50 or 50% margin. Let's go to the order tracking now. So this is how I track orders. I do things pretty old school. And you can do this whatever way you want. I like to just go month by month. So this would be MSS March, which maybe there's a bit of February in there for the purpose of this. I'm not like, guys, I'm a Chad. I'm not as meticulous as I could be. There's guys like Debt Shield, John and Bilal in our group who are just like wizards with like spreadsheets and everything like that. You can do more of that if you like, but I've always just done things like this. And basically for the month or even for the week, depending on how many clients you have, I have the orders, the order number, and then I have the leads purchased, lead price, total. So I've taken in 1,000. He didn't pay me via Stripe, he transferred me, which is a Canadian way of sending money to people for free. So I didn't pay any Stripe fees. And then I spent $527 and I got 40. I delivered 40 leads. Sorry, I delivered 47 or 48 leads. So my lead cost, my actual CPL, as you saw in the account, was lower, but in terms of delivered leads that met his criteria, I'm just basing it off the actual delivered that he paid for. So the order is finished essentially here. You can see total revenue 1,000, lead cost 527, expenses. I'll add in the 125.48 for the amount spent on ads, and oh, it's not calculating the total, so we got to go minus this one. 0 CPL average on this order, 13, and we're finished the order. If I wasn't finished this order, it would give me an estimate here, estimated dollars to finish order, total margin. You can do like a total estimated profit. I'm gonna go 40. And so our total margin, 34.75, so 35%. Total profit, $347. I get it. Like I said, guys, these are small numbers, but just showing you the process. The best part is though, now that we've, hopefully we're gonna get another order with this client, or we're gonna get another client signed up. We've got a good stable CPL around, $10. We can pump leads out. We understand some things that haven't worked. We are tracking this now. As you can see here, we've tried out some different hooks. We have Facebook ads that we know work and can book us appointments, and we've learned through all that. So really the biggest goal with things that we teach is we want you guys to learn how to get this feedback loop in place where you're signing up clients, you're delivering orders, you're signing up clients, you're delivering orders, and you're getting feedback from those clients constantly. You figure out what doesn't work, you scrap it, you try something different, you get rid of some clickbait, you try more clickbait. You're always balancing this cost per lead and this quality, these issues, right? So that's what we tried to do here. I think we did pretty good for a start. And if he orders again here, I've got, and we can keep things at the same cost per lead, we're going to be able to, I guess it isn't really that helpful. If we can keep things at the same cost per lead, we're essentially going to be able to make another 50% margin. So if this guy orders 20 leads a week, we can make $250 a week. We can make $1,000 a month off of one agent. And then, we can go get 5 or 10 agents, and that's where we can scale things up to. So, yeah, like I said, pretty stoked how this went so far. On the second order, this guy, I believe, has a couple closes as well. So things are looking pretty good here. We're going to post, I think this will be the last video you see in one batch of videos for kind of part 1 of Money Saving Scout. So stay tuned for the next part here. We're always kind of pivoting and changing things up. So we'd love your feedback on how this went and if this was helpful. And then we will be doing some more updates on the insurance side of things, most likely, or like I said, like on this order and if we can close anybody else. And then we'll try out some other funnels as well that you can kind of we'll actually run some live funnels and show you guys the results. So that's kind of the goal and the plan for all this. We're always trying to make new stuff, and there's only so much time in the week. So definitely give us your feedback on what you think is the most important things that Leadbase is missing, and we'd love to create content around that. But hopefully this was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, comment in the Skool, obviously. Yeah, hopefully I can close some more clients now that I'm back in the office after welcoming our second child. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video or the series of videos, and we'll see you in the next segment.